This video is about creating community change. And when we talk about creating community change, we're talking about something that is about a common good for the entirety of the community. Think about it like this. Community change is about seeking immediate, intermediate, and long-term solutions to issues that exist within local communities, as well as doing this through what we might call, consider, and even label civic action, social activism, as well as civic engagement, and even community mobilization. And when we talk about creating community change, here are just four factors and areas where you can focus in order to create community change. Number one is awareness. When we talk about awareness is basically informing the public and raising awareness on issues, putting the information out there, making it known to people, and sharing how people can learn more and discover more about what's going on, what's occurring within a certain area of concern. Who is it affecting? How is it affecting them? What's behind it? And so awareness is one of the first levels of creating community change. Then you got to look at advocacy. Advocacy is when you lend your voice with input on speaking out for the voiceless, especially those who are victimized, violated, and even villainized by injustice and iniquity. So when we talk about advocacy, we're talking about how we put that information that was raised with awareness into a sense of confronting the issue, not only who's impacted by the issue and speaking for those who are impacted by the issue, but also speaking truth to power to those who have influence over the issue, those who can actually get something done regarding the issue. And so advocacy is when we take a step away from simply awareness and we speak and stand for those who are impacted by those issues. Then we look at what's considered action. And action in this sense is providing direct service and support to those in urgent need and or those who are suffering under present conditions. So we talk about action, and a lot of times we confuse action with awareness and advocacy, particularly when we talk about things like sit-ins and marches. Those are being present and putting a visual presence into awareness of an issue, but those aren't necessarily direct actions. Direct actions actually help to meet the need, right? And they also help those directly who are suffering under those conditions. So when we talk about action, action is actually that service and support that helps people, that puts people in a position to where they are supported by individuals or groups or even organizations. So that's what action is. And then finally, the fourth element is accountability. Accountability is holding individuals, organizations, and groups of people accountable for both actions and inaction at the root cause of these issues that are impacting others within the community. And so take a consideration of who are you speaking to? Who are you trying to hold accountable? From a political perspective, public officials, elected officials, those who are representatives, that's holding them accountable when you meet with them, when you share, hey, this is going on in our community. Give us information as far as what you've done to do something about it. Have you shaped any legislation, put forward any initiatives in order to address and deal with this issue that is a present problem in the community that you represent. When we talk about it on a local level, we can be talking to council representatives down at City Hall, the mayor's office, depending on the structure of your community. We can be talking about aldermen in some communities. We can be talking about a police chief or a sheriff in other communities. We can be talking about the DA's office, the magistrate in other communities. Basically, who's accountable for dealing with the issues that people are facing within your community? On another level, it can be the state. Take, for instance, your state legislator, right? And what are they doing regarding an issue that's impacting your region that they represent? What are their senators doing that impact a region that they represent within your community? And your community is included in that region that they represent. You want to make sure that you address the right individuals based upon where you're located and what you're talking about as a focus area, because a lot of times people are challenging individuals who do not represent that constituency based upon the regional alignment of their service area. And when we talk about holding people accountable, we want to hold them accountable for their actions, right? What they have done that has caused an impact related to these issues, and also their inaction, what they haven't done, what they haven't presented, what they haven't provided as far as the causes related to these issues. Look at, Senate and congressional structures as far as committees, and look at your state legislature and how they're set up as far as their committee structure. What working groups do they have? Do they have initiatives that they're working on? Do they have a annual focus or a 5-year focus that they're working on as a group? And then go to those groups, appeal to those groups, seeking to hold them accountable for what they're doing. And when we do so to create community change. We do so that policies changes. We do so that we see policy changes. We do so that we can see things occur to where there are changes, there are amendments, there are things done to address the community issues that people in your community are facing. Listen, this is Faith Impact Training. It's a part of Life Path Multimedia, and part of what we're trying to do is help people understand what it means to create community change and what are some of the 4 pillars that actually lead to community change. Hope this has been helpful. Look out for more information on how you can create community change as an individual, as groups, and even as service agencies and service providers within your local community. God bless.